this isn't an easy journey. I don't want anyone to think, well, you switched to carnivore and all of a sudden you're the, I'm going to date myself here, the $6 million man. You know, it's a challenge, but it's so worth it once you start doing it, and it becomes easier.
To just have a viable option. Like nothing else works this way. Like the carnivore diet is the only thing I've ever found to work this way. That is a wonderful story. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really wanted to ask you about your staff, and a two-part question here. How are they appreciating their jobs now that people seem to be getting a lot better? And the second part of that, have any of them started to shift their diet either by choice because they see how awesome these guys are doing, or just because they're in the home and the food's there and they're making the food and they just start eating the food, they just magically start seeing better results? Have you noticed either of those two things, job satisfaction or an increase in health?
Job satisfaction has gone way up. I posted on Twitter a guy who was going home yesterday. And my staff texts me every day with pictures of people doing something amazing, you know, standing up for the first time, walking for the first time. You know, they sent me pictures of the meals they're serving that are meat, you know, with a little bit of broccoli on it or something like that. And you can see they're taking more and more pride in their work. And they're thrilled about it too, because now, you know, the incontinence is way down. The people aren't, you know, they're not having to lift them out of bed or use a Hoyer lift, which lifts people out of bed and puts them in a wheelchair. They don't have to work with them to get them out of the wheelchair. These people can do it on their own, so their job gets a lot easier. Some are changing their eating habits by choice, and they're totally convinced this works. So it's really neat to see. And I have some volunteers. Oh, here's one of my staff right now. This is my manager, Aurora.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
So we've got a lot of colds right now, so she's got the mask on. But it's do you want to just say what have you seen from this carnivore diet, and what do you think? Do you mind if she gives you a few words?
This is fantastic. No, absolutely. I'm so glad you're here.
You're gonna have to shuffle over to get out of light. All right.
Well, I'm just seeing some positive results on some of the residents that are doing it. We try to do as carnivore as possible, but of course, some residents are still getting adjusted to the new program. But I have a diabetic, her insulin went down, her A1C went down 4 points. The lady that I had that we originally put her in, she's been more alert, more oriented, more balanced. So, and she's really good on knowing what to eat. Sometimes a caregiver might give her a little bit of potatoes or carrots or stuff like that, and she's like automatically puts that away. So she knows now.
So it's like you said, your taste buds change and you start realizing, you know, no, I want the meat stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
Christine,
are completely,
go ahead.
The desserts are completely gone, unless a family member brings them, and we kind of try to tell them, please don't bring any sugar or anything like that. So they're getting used to it. They're adjusting very well.
Wow. So Christine, how long have you done this?
This is Aurora. Sorry.
Aurora,
how long have I done it?
Yes.
How long has she done what? Like been a caregiver or done?
Yeah, been a caregiver. Yes, professionally.
Since 2001.
Have you? Wow. Okay, so you've done this for over 20 years. Have you ever, in your time, seen other people get off of insulin or reduce their A1C in care facilities?
No.
No. What does it mean?
More and more. It's more and more because they're not really providing a good diet. I mean, like I said, my only diabetic person here, the doctor was trying to adjust insulin and medication, and now she's lowering insulin. She's lowering the medication in the evening, so she's doing really good. Her A1C was 7.4, now it's 7.
Wow.
So I'm anxious to see how much it's going to be this next time that they do a blood work.
Wow.
But she's
That's
more
amazing.
alert. She's more alert. She's reading. I mean, her mind is more alert than before.
Wow. That's
Mhm.
incredible. So for you, when you are coming to work, compared to what it was like before when you didn't know about any of these, kind of unconventional lifestyle changes like a carnivore diet, and now all of a sudden people are actually getting healed. They're reversing these diseases and becoming more alert. What does that do for your job satisfaction?
Oh my God. Just to see the improvement that these people are getting. I thought I was on that diet before, so I know it works. And I was trying to get it since he told me about this carnivore diet and all that. I said, oh, I know it works because I done it myself and I lost 75 pounds. So
Wow.
it does work.
Wow.
I have to go back on it. That's one thing. But it definitely, when I was on it, it gave me so much energy, and it's a different lifestyle. I know a lot of people don't believe, but I'm a witness of that.
Wow.
It really works.
Wow.
So,
Well, that is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad you got to stop by and share that message. It's what we noticed too. And, to be, in the health field, and we're in nutrition and personal training and things like that. And like, to find a carnivore diet, you have to fight against everything you're ever told, you're ever taught. All of my personal training and nutrition coaching certifications say you have to have vegetables, you have to have fruit, you have to have whole grains, you have to have certain kinds of fats and avoid other ones. And we can't. I could never get anybody to actually heal or get any progress. And we find this completely bizarre and unconventional method of only eating meat. It works amazing for us, and I can't find hardly anybody that it doesn't work great for. And it's like I'm like bouncing out of bed in the morning at 5 because I'm so excited to share this message.
Yeah.
It's so great that you have also seen those results. You've seen them with yourself and the people you work with, and then your job satisfaction is through the roof. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, we're starting to reduce their intake on cereals because they love cereals. So I started by buying the one that has less sugar. Of course, there's some a resident that loves the same. So that's what she wants. It's okay.
That's what I was saying.
So
We can't do this for everyone.
Yeah, we can't do this for everybody, but the ones that are on this program, we try to avoid the cereals now, even though there's so many out there, keto brand, but still, you can still taste the sugar, you can still taste the carbs, but
she makes some great omelets.
we're trying to
Sweet.
reduce the intake of cereals at least once or twice a month.
Wow.
So that's our next step. I don't want the caregivers to say, well, let's give them cereal, something easy to do. I said, yeah, but until they say, I'm tired of eggs and bacon, sausage, ham, then we'll give them a bowl of cereal. It's okay.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
It's just a lot.
just giving protein in the morning.
Amazing.
So,
That is so amazing. And I asked Hal this question earlier, but have you noticed that maybe not everybody wants to do it, but the people who are doing it are feeling amazing and doing better? Is that making some of the other residents more likely to even just try it?
Well, I have a lady that went to a doctor's appointment, and I told Hal that the daughter wasn't too convinced. So she went there, and the doctor noticed, you lost some weight. What's going on? Are you eating? It's like, yeah, I'm eating. I'm eating everything they give me. And the daughter said, well, at the group home where she's at, they have almost everybody with this keto diet, meat, a lot of protein and vegetables. And I think they need carbs. I think they need, their breads and all that. And the minute she said that, the doctor said, no, they don't need carbs. They need more protein. She needs more protein. So she was like, whoa. So I guess we're doing something right. I said, no, she's doing good. What's happening in her body is reducing because of the inflammation that they had. So
yeah, bloating.
That's why she looks so thin. So, but it's not like they're starving or anything.
It's a healthy thin. It's not a old age, just losing weight.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so we got some doctors on our side.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. I love the work that you guys are doing. It is so inspiring. Seriously. Like I've cried twice on the show. Once was introducing Nina Teicholz. Once was interview with my grandparents, and this time, like, I'm really close to crying in this episode because I'm so inspired by the work you guys are doing. And yeah, I'm so encouraged to hear that you are getting more out of your job and enjoying it more, and are excited to come to work and see these patients actually improve. It's really amazing.
Yep. Yeah, I think it really works, and we should keep going. I mean,
we need to find caregivers so
we need to find caregivers
that are on board with it, that we can then
Mhm.
expand this. That's going to be the challenge.
Yeah.
And
So
I tell my caregivers to say it's not hard. This is easier than cooking carbs, protein, vegetables every day. I said, forget about the potatoes, the rice, the pastas. I said, just focus on green vegetables and meat. Do it grilled, saute it, whatever. I said, it's much easier.
amazing.
Yeah, but we don't know how. It's like, just do it.
Yeah.
It's not hard.